Hi, View Panthers. It's Mrs. Grills here. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to show you where the lesson content can be found for your course, and also to make sure that you knew how to navigate through the lesson. We are noticing as we're looking at your progress, a lot of you are just jumping ahead to the quizzes and you're not completing the actual lessons themselves, or you're having trouble finding all of the lesson. We know that today on the first day, there was some difficulty with the lessons loading, so some of you just went ahead to the quizzes, but we're going to recommend that you really don't do that because the material that you need to know to be successful on the quiz is found within the lesson. So here I am at our course page. If you click on modules, that's where you're going to want to start each day. You can also get there by scrolling down on that home screen and clicking where it says start. Here you'll see the welcome module and the introduction. This should be the same basically in all your classes. You don't have to do it every single time. You'll also see the how-to, and all of that is there as a reference for you. Here is where you're going to find week 1. Here in week 1, you do have a pretest and a checklist. So if you click there, that will load the pretest itself and just a checklist of what's included in the first section here. The pretest is a pretest, which means that you're not expected to know everything that's on that test. It's kind of used as a barometer for us to see what it is that you already know how to do and what you don't know how to do. So you don't need to feel stress if there's any part of that that you can't complete. You can also see at the top here, you have some different tools and things like notes and a glossary, a place you can print. And what I really want to draw your attention to is the arrows up here. This is where you're going to navigate through the lesson. A lot of what you do in Canvas or My Learning uses the next arrow at the bottom, but if you use that before you've completed the lesson content, you will miss all of the remaining pages of the lesson. So right up here, this is how you will navigate through the pages of the course content. So you'll see here is a checklist of the different things in this unit, and you'll notice that we're not going to complete this entire module this week. You're just doing part of this week. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then if you click, if I scroll back up here and I click this arrow, that will take me to the pretest section and gives you some information about that. Then you will click next here to go to the actual pretest. So you can take that, but I kind of want to skip ahead past the pretest to where you will see the material for the lesson itself. This is where a lot of you, I think, the system was getting stuck and you weren't seeing this show up. You were just kind of seeing this background or a white screen. Hopefully, as we move through the week and people are getting on at different times and establishing different schedules, it'll work better. Here is where you really have to pay attention. You'll see 1 of 7. That tells you there are 7 pages in this lesson. You can scroll through and you'll see that this just gives you lesson objectives. If I use these arrows at the top, that is how I will find my way through the activity. And then these boxes here have all different kinds of things. Sometimes it has an activity or a practice. Sometimes there's a video. So make sure that you scroll all the way down and you look at what's there. I would also recommend taking some kind of notes while you're working through this. So there are 7 different screens. Here's an example of a video, short video. As you get towards the end of the lesson, you will see that there is even a practice kind of section for you to practice your learning. So I would really recommend that. All of that is intended to help get you ready for the quiz. So here's the little practice section that they have here. And then many of the lessons also have this last page where it gives you the vocabulary from the lesson and a summary of the lesson. And then this lesson review guide is really great. You could print this out if you want for your notes. I ended up just kind of taking my own personal notes, but that's also available for print. So you want to make sure that you've gone through all of this before you're going to your quiz. And at the top, you'll see I've completed 7 of 7 pages. And as I scroll down here, and then when I click to next, that will take me to the quiz over that first lesson, statistical questioning. So I'd really recommend that you do that. If you did not score well, on the quiz the first time, you'll see that it does allow you some additional attempts here. Before you just take another attempt, though, you really want to go back to that lesson and take a look again. Please reach out if you have any questions, and hopefully that helps you to find what it is you need to work on.